What's up, everybody? How everybody doing this evening? Welcome to Fly Nubian Queen TV, and I'm your host, Michi X. I'm here every Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we talk about the Black issues in the communities, right? And the solutions to them. But tonight, I'm going to warn everybody, I'm about to be real petty. So if pettiness is not what you want to hear about, then you might want to come back tomorrow, where we're talking about some things that are rather more important, right? Or you think that may be something that's helping the Black community a little bit more, than this situation. But there's definitely some shit that Michi wants to get off her chest, right? There are a lot of people in these YouTube streets and all over social media who have so much to say, and a lot of people could be like, you can ignore that shit. Why do you have to be even acknowledge it? Because I'm gonna fucking acknowledge it tonight. That's why. So we're gonna talk about Paris ass. Somebody hurry up and run over there and tell her come watch this fucking video like y'all always do. So the next time that she decides to speak on me, that she can have her fucking information right. Okay. Somebody run and go tell Umar Johnson to jump his ass the fuck up in here too, right? Y'all can get Dr. Boyce Watkins if you want, but I'm sure he'll be watching anyway because we're not here to like dog him out. We're here to tell some truths in this motherfucker tonight, right? So, with that said, y'all do me a favor. If you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe, right? Like, share this video. Cause it would be of all nights when I'm about to get in some people's asses real good, that YouTube want to be hating. So I ain't seen no notifications sent out yet, right? Cause that's okay. Shout out to the people I'm about to get in your ass because you probably glad they ain't sent out no notification. That way only a couple of hundred people be watching me instead of, over 1,000 people watching this. But that's okay. The video will be recorded and it will be there for people to see. So let's have this conversation, you guys. But before we do, I want to welcome everybody to the live. I want to tell y'all, oh shit, the notification done went out. Notify. Somebody run your ass over there. Like y'all keep running telling that chick, tell Paris to get her ass in the motherfucking house. Because if she got some shit to say, this is the motherfucking time to say it to me, okay? So y'all go get them now instead of running back to me, telling me what the fuck somebody done got some said and sending all this shit into my inbox, right? So I want to welcome everybody here to the live. I want to thank you for tuning in. I also want to remind everybody. Somebody said they got their notification good, right? I want to remind everybody that we're having this special, you guys, this time of the year until the end of the month. So if you want to invest some money, then you go ahead and you invest in Black people, right? But invest in yourself. If you want to start a business, if you want to learn how to play the stock market, you guys, so that next year you can have your financial come up. I know New Year's is coming. Everybody want to like lose weight and, not cuss people out more, and they want to do other things. I don't know about y'all, but I would like to make sure my finances are even better in order, right? I want to be able to go and spend Black dollars in Black communities and not have to say, well, there's not a Black, business that provides it. So I got to give my money to a damn white man. So I'm gonna need y'all to go ahead and invest in yourselves, right? Invest in your communities. And go ahead and learn how to start you a business, right? So you can get a lifetime membership, you guys, at Fly Nubian Money or flynubianbusiness.com. Those links are in the description box of this video, but my moderators are dope. I'm sure at some point they're going to jump in and put them in there. Again, Fly Nubian Money is if you want to learn how to play the stock market, you want to learn how to invest your money, all of those great things. And Fly Nubian Business if you want to learn how to start a business, right? So y'all go and take advantage of that because it is a really big sale right now, you guys. Shout out to Empress for putting that out there, and for putting that in there. So you guys go ahead and do that. Don't forget to text the word Queens. Somebody said how much? It's about $125. Don't quote me on that. It's normally like $500-$600, but it's 75% off right now. Lifetime membership. You have professionals who can walk you all the way through your business or learning how to invest money whenever you hit a snag and you don't know what to do. Guess what? You go ahead, use that lifetime membership and find out how to get over that hump, right? So, with that said, I do want to, I did say text the word Queens at 31996, right? So if you don't get a notification from YouTube, then we can shoot you out a text, you guys. Also, if you have not, after this video, please take a moment to go over to flynubianqueen.com on the website so that you guys can take 2 minutes putting your name, your email address, so that we can stay directly connected with you, right? And we can shoot you out an email. Like I said, I get suspended all the time. People kick me off platforms. So if I have to go somewhere else, then I will, right? But if I'm somewhere else and I'm not here, that's how we're going to contact you and let you know where to find me. So y'all make sure y'all go and do that too. I do want to send a shout out to Linda Keys, right? A friend of mine out of Columbia, Missouri. He texted me the other day. He's like, my mom loves your show. She's always watching. I'm over here laughing. I don't know if she believe I'm texting you or whatever, but shout out to Linda Keys. Shout out to you moms. If you're watching, thank you for your support and all of your love. I definitely see you and I appreciate you, right? So love you very much. Shout out to her. Y'all throw some hearts out there and show some love to my girl Linda Keys in the house, right? And go ahead and do that for me. So I'm going to give one more warning before I get started on this conversation, right? But Michi's going to be petty tonight. I'm going to be petty, okay? So if y'all here for some great how we going to get free, there will definitely be a learning lesson in what we're about to talk about tonight, right? There's something we can grasp from it. There's something we can learn from it, from all of this bullshit, right, that's going on in these YouTube streets, and everybody trying to be fucking, leaders and saviors and fucking egos and people big ass mouths and motherfuckers speaking when they don't know what they talking about. So we're going to set the record straight tonight. So I'm sure y'all might want to get some popcorn. You might want to go ahead, and it ain't Friday, but you might want to go ahead and get that shot, that glass of wine or whatever, because I'm about to rip a new asshole into a couple of people. So first and foremost, before we get into Paris Milan and Boyce Watkins and what this chick got to say so much about me, and I've held my tongue for a long time, you guys. There's been this big old dispute between Dr. Watkins and Paris Milan, right? I can't speak on other people's issues because I wasn't there when that shit happened, but I can speak on Paris's situation, right? Which I'm going to fucking do. I've held it to myself for a very long time, but I'm not holding that shit no more. But before we get there, I want to give y'all an update on Zaza Ali. Okay, so somebody sends me, quite a few people sent me, I guess, her Instagram post, and I guess she made a post apparently, and her thing is, and I'm paraphrasing, you guys, that shout out to you for the $10, right? But she apparently, I'm paraphrasing, and her thing is that she's very hurt. She's very devastated at this moment because of how the community, people, her friends, have actually turned her back on her. That it was being a small business. Right? Who the hell is Paris Milan? Let her tell her. Everybody fucking know who she is, and she think I need to use her name to get views. That's not what this is about for me. But we're gonna get into them details. So y'all going over, subscribe to her station. I'm not a hater. I'm gonna tell you who the fuck she is, because this chick done made 3 videos about me. Then she decided to delete them after she makes them. If you're not gonna leave that shit up, stop fucking making them. Or just keep that shit to yourself. Stop letting it slip out your mouth, and then you be like, oh, I should take that shit back. Shouldn't have said that shit in the first place, little motherfucker. And I'm gonna call her little motherfucker because I'm old enough to be her motherfucking mama. I done pushed out a baby as old as her. So girl, you better watch your mouth when you fucking talking to me. But anyway, back to Zaza. So Zaza's put this out. Apparently her feelings are hurt. She's saying that, she's upset that people have, gone against her, and that she's, she'll bend, but she ain't gonna break. She'll be all right. That she said that she that she's a small business, right? And she said that, you run into these issues sometimes, and that she has done all she can to, compensate for that. And that's what she's done. Okay. Now, let me say this. First and foremost, I want to say, Zaza, keep that motherfucking shit and shove it up your ass. And the reason why she needs to keep that shit is because when her victims, and they're victims now, at first they were dissatisfied customers, when they were hitting her up and they was like, yo, what's up with the money? She was being, an asshole, and she was talking all kind of crazy to everybody in their goddamn inboxes and in their mailbox, talking about, well, go run, tell that I gave everybody their money back, when she didn't. All the fuck you had to do the first time was bring your ass out. I said this in the beginning. You need to get in front of this, Zaza, because it's not looking too good for you. All the fuck she had to do, right? All she had to do was in the beginning say that. All she had to do was email her customers and be like, yo, I just didn't foresee this shit happening. A lot went on. I just want to apologize to you. That's called fucking customer service, right? Somebody said, we love you, Michi. Boyce is not cool though. We're gonna go there too. We're gonna go there too, right? We'll get there. So anyway, that's all she had to do from the beginning, right? And people wouldn't have been so mad. Her first response was like, yeah, you out of your money and you out of plane tickets and fuck you. And I'm paraphrasing, she didn't say all that. Then she came back and said, that community is expendable to me. And we said, oh, you're talking about the black community. Then she came back and she sent another email. Right? All of these receipts have been seen. If you ain't seen them, go over to Nyla's page, Nyla Says, and go see them. So then she hits everybody back and she goes, I didn't mean, the black community. I meant the YouTube community. So if we're expendable, then why the fuck do you care what we out here saying about you, Zaza? So I'm just saying that motherfucking, apology and that post she put up, it's a little too late for that. I was pissed at the fact when she started getting upset with all of her people that was contacting her about their money, right? So that was your time to send out an apologetic email. That was your time to fucking have some respect for these people who you played on the last day. So we're not going to go into all them details again, but what I will tell you is I'm not about trying to throw people under the bus on an opinion or anything else, right? At the end of the day, I'm going by facts and what I saw. And you fucking played the black community, and even if it was an oversight or a business transaction, you did not handle it that way. You blew people off. You hear from them. You fucking went ghost on them. We have people who were your business partners, chick. They said that they were involved with you and that even if you got in an accident and you were hurt, that they could have carried on the event for you. The reason the event was canceled is because you never paid a down payment to book it at all, but you were taking people's money. 30 days before the event, you knew that you did not have a location for it, but you wait 24 hours before to tell these people after they bought plane tickets and every fucking thing else. So I'm not buying her apology. It's a little too late. So like the hashtag, I'm gonna tell a whole lot of people that shit tonight. Miss me with that motherfucking bullshit. Now, let's move on to the next person that I would like to talk about. Okay, I want to talk about Paris Milan. If you guys don't know who Paris Milan is a girl that has a YouTube station, right? She is and I believe in dealing with facts. So I'm not going to do like she does and everybody else want to do and start, attacking somebody's physical appearance, even though, I'm this fat. If you motherfuckers don't find a better line when y'all get mad at me other than yo fat ass, yo fat ass, yo fat. Is that all? That's the best y'all can say. So we're going to keep that shit real, right? Paris is a spoiled fucking brat. So we're going to talk about that, okay? So Paris Milan has this page. She gives this fucking content or whatever, right? But one of the things she likes to talk about a lot is this situation between her and Dr. Boyce Watkins. So I'm going to go ahead and give y'all some shit that I've been holding that if it wasn't for me, it's inside information that y'all probably would never fucking know, right? And I put this shit off for a long time, but after all them videos that little girl made of me this past weekend, and then she called herself deleting them all because she not tough enough to stand by what the fuck she say. I would not be deleting this video. I'll put your name in this motherfucker. Of course, she didn't put my name in any of her videos, and then she deleted them because she didn't want me to see them, right? But I want you to know, little girl, I seen every last one, and I heard everything that you had to say about me, my children, and all of that dumbass stuff that you was talking about, okay? So this girl was working for Fly Nubian Queen Network, you guys, okay? Not here on YouTube, if you don't know. Fly Nubian Queen has been around for quite some time. Those of you may be new to it on YouTube, but we have a Facebook platform where there is over 400,000 followers that has taken quite some time to build, and that's where a majority of our queens are. There's about 15 of us, right? There's only a few of us over here on YouTube or whatever. So Paris Milan was going to be one of the girls over at Fly Nubian Queen on the Facebook page. When I started working for Fly Nubian Queen, Paris Milan was on her way out the door. Okay, so when I made a comment, first of all, that somebody asked me in my comments, they asked me about her and I brought her up. Other than that, I haven't said nothing else about this fucking chick, right? So she keeps saying that Dr. Boyce Watkins owed her $180 and that I guess he's a fraud because he doesn't pay his employees and blah, 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 blah. And it took her 3 months to get paid and that people was giving her the runarounds and all of that bullshit, right? And so she's telling everybody Dr. Watkins is a fraud. Okay, can we talk about this word fraud? I'm tired of everybody in the fucking community that's talking about blackness and YouTube and everything else. Why is everybody a scammer and a fraud? Okay, we need to understand what the fuck those words mean, okay? Dr. Watkins is not scamming you, child, if you took a little bit to get your pay, but you fucking got paid, right? So how is that a scam? That's called that maybe you might not want to do no business with him. That's why you fucking quit, right? Now, I deal in facts. So the little bitch keeps saying, somebody said she got fired. I didn't say you got fired. I know you fucking quit. I was there when you sent the motherfucking email, right? So apparently Dr. Watkins is a scam because he don't pay his employees money. Let me tell you something. You know how many other women that he employs? I get paid every motherfucking paycheck. The rest of us do too. So we don't know what the fuck are you talking about, right? So and she says that she didn't get paid. She says that they gave her the runaround and all of this shit, and that he sleeps with all of his employees. This is what she's saying about him, right? She's saying that because this new woman is coming forward. We talking about all of the tea tonight. Like I'm on some let's spill the motherfucking news on everybody, right? So we gonna tell it all. So Dr. Watkins apparently has this lawsuit against him now, where a woman that he was in business with, right? That was a woman he was in a relationship with that Paris keeps putting out there or whatever. She's suing him, I guess, because she claims that as a business partner, she didn't get her fair share. Okay, so now you got Paris up here running and telling all of that because she wants to get some fucking views, and she just mad as fucking Dr. Watkins. And let me confirm what a lot of people have been saying in the chat. This bitch Paris, and I'm not gonna call you too many bitches because she's a little girl, right? But she is a spoiled fucking brat. The reason she didn't work at Fly Nubian Queen is because she got on everybody's fucking nerves, okay? She wanted everything when she wanted it. On her video exposing Dr. Watkins, she was mad because our manager, Lene, was 5 minutes late for an online meeting. Like, if you don't get the fuck out of here with that shit, they're very unprofessional because they didn't come on and she was 5 minutes late. If you don't shut the fuck up, right? So she said all of this bullshit to say all of that dumb shit, right? So then apparently everybody's been running around saying Paris Milan is having a relationship with Dr. Watkins, or he slept with her, and that's why she's really mad, right? So then she gets upset and she says, I've never met Dr. Watkins. We're not sleeping together. How dare you say that about me? But then out the same side of her motherfucking neck, she sat up and said this weekend that Dr. Watkins has a problem and that he sleeps with all of his employees. I'm one of his motherfucking employees, all right? And I know about 15 other sisters that are too, that he works with, and you disrespectful to the motherfucker to us. How is it that Paris is allowed to say that's just a rumor, right? I've never slept with Dr. Watkins, but that rumor came about because people were saying he slept with his employees. So, bitch, you do not get to dismiss yourself and say, oh, this is just a rumor because y'all think he sleeps with his employees, but he didn't sleep with me. And then you go and say, but he sleeps with his employees. Do you know how disrespectful that is to all of his employees? The ones that are women, the ones that are married, the ones that aren't doing nothing to fuck with him. Do you know how motherfucking disrespectful you are, little girl, to the fact that this woman that he was with in a relationship with, that they went into business together, they were in a relationship for a long time? So then you want to call that his employees? Do you know that he's in a relationship right now with a woman that he loves very much and he reps her all the time? And mark my words, they probably gonna end up married. Just make sure you invite me to the wedding, Dr. Watkins, right? And you know how disrespectful you are to put those fucking rumors out there? Matter of fact, I hope he sue your ass, girl, because that shit is fucking going against you're putting slander against this man's name. You have no proof that you always talking about you coming with receipts. Where the fuck is your receipts to show that he sleeps with his employees? But if he sleep with all his employees, then it must be true he fucked you too. Did he fuck you too? Because you said that that's not possible with you, but I guess it goes for everybody else. You disrespecting me and every other woman that has ever worked with Dr. fucking Watkins, right? Saying that he sleeps with all of us. No, the fuck he doesn't, okay? And if that's fair game and that's what we're gonna say, then is it reasonable to think that he slept with your motherfucking ass too? See how ridiculous that sounds? See how fucking ridiculous that sounds? So you can keep that bullshit, okay? So let me tell y'all how I know Paris is a fucking liar, because she says that I don't know what I'm talking about, that she's never worked with me. And some of y'all over here might not know who she is, but plenty of y'all do, because a lot of y'all seen that fucking video because y'all directed me to it. And I saw y'all all over their comments talking shit. So some of y'all over here now, so you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about, right? So apparently I don't know this girl. I don't know this girl. I've never worked with her. I'm a liar. We're going to get to what everybody want to keep saying about I'm Dr. Watkins' pit bull. First of all, to be a pit bull and I'm a female, that means you're calling me a bitch, and I'm not nobody's bitch, and I don't go after anybody for anybody. What the real truth is that Dr. Watkins has no control over anything I say. He don't want to have no control over it. I say whatever the fuck I want to say when I say it, and 9 times out of 10, he don't even know what I said until he go listen to that shit later, okay? So know that when I came for you because I fucking wanted to, okay? Because you out here lying like a motherfucker. Now, I was on Fly Nubian Queen Word. Now, I don't know. I smoke weed. Now, I don't know if she do some kind of drugs and she just doesn't want to admit that she smoked weed or something else, or she drinks a lot. I don't know. Maybe you forgot, motherfucker. But I was on the last 2 meetings with your ass before you left. So to say that I've had no dealings with you, I did. So for this little chick to say that, oh, she was supposed to fucking get her, she didn't fill out her goddamn invoice, right? And that I'm lying and I don't know what I'm talking about. There were 2 meetings. You were in the fucking left-hand corner, bitch, in the top of the motherfucking screen. And Lene was on there telling everybody where you could find the link to fill out your invoice. She said if you don't want to use the invoice that she has, you can make your own fucking invoice, right? And she gave you the email address to send your shit to accounting. Because Dr. Watkins don't pay the bills, bitch. When you have a real business, it's called accounting. Accounting pays it. So when you keep calling Dr. Watkins, right, talk about, oh, where's my money? And he keeps telling you to fill out an invoice, I get. And if you couldn't get the invoice from Lene, you don't know how to use fucking Word. You don't know how to make your own motherfucking invoice. I mean, I'm just saying. That's why I called you stupid, because you could have made your own fucking invoice. You didn't even do that. And then all I said is that Lene filled out your invoice for you. And it takes 30 days to get paid. Now, in all of your receipts you pulled up, you little motherfucker, right? you prove my point, because there was a message from Lene inside of your fucking inbox in front of everybody's face that said, I turned in your slip for you, Paris, and if you give me your PayPal information, then I will forward it over to accounting, right? So bitch, you proved my motherfucking point for me, okay? Right. That's what I'm saying. My invoice get turned in every motherfucking month, and my money be bam on time in this bitch. So I know what the fuck you talking about. If I don't got a goddamn link, I'm smart enough to know how to make a motherfucking invoice. You could have wrote that shit on paper out by hand, goddamn it, and scanned that shit. Took a goddamn picture from your cell phone. You was that worried about your little funky ass $180, then you should have fucking motherfucking put in an invoice, bitch. Okay? So, miss me with that bullshit, okay? And then she'll talk about, I don't know what your time is. You need to get your fat ass up out the house and go get a job. You over here working because you need that little bit of money. Let me tell you something, Paris. Your name is Paris Milan. And I say this in no arrogance, but my name is Michi X. Bitch, I get paid way more money than you do. So I don't know what the fuck you talking about. And apparently I live with my mom, you guys. Not that my mom is visiting me from Africa. See, this is what happens when people get to talking and don't know what the fuck they talking about, okay? Oh, she needs to stop living with her mom. So let's get into that. Let's talk about Paris a little bit more with her lying little ass who just wants all of this attention, who wanted to use motherfucking Dr. Boyce Watkins' name to act like she was schemed. You got your $180. Let me tell you something. Let's just say, I told you we talking common sense around this motherfucker. Let's just say that everything she said is true. You got your $180, didn't you? So wouldn't that be more like a bad business deal? Maybe he's a bad boss. Maybe you don't want to work with him anymore. But how does that equate to somebody being a scammer? Like, y'all throw that word around too motherfucking much for me. Somebody's a scammer. So he's scamming the community. We all think Dr. Watkins is a scammer now because this bitch ain't get her $180 when he pay out thousands of dollars to all kind of employees every month. Come and talk to all of us. We will tell you we get our paychecks in this bitch. So maybe they didn't like you, Paris. I don't know. I don't like you. Nobody at that motherfucking place liked you, right? So I also want to say this before I get into her outlook on black people, because if you're going to watch her, this is where the teachy moment comes in, because she's a very biased little motherfucker who thinks she's better than all black people, right? That's why as a black person, you shouldn't even watch her motherfucking ass, right? Whatever subscribers she got, them shit should stop right now. Y'all can let them white folks subscribe to her, because she thinks that black people are full of shit, just like Zaza. And I'm going to tell you why she does, because of some of the comments that she made, okay? So she thinks she's better than everybody, but I want to make this point first, because people, aside from her, I've watched other videos of people I don't even know. I don't know their fucking name or anything like that. And they all seem to keep saying, you know, that, at the end of the day, that Dr. Watkins is sending me after people. I don't go after people unless I want to go after people. Don't nobody send me after nobody, but best believe when I decide to come for your ass, that's your motherfucking ass, okay? So let me throw something else out there about Dr. Watkins that most people don't know that I'm going to say. When all of this shit came out, you threw Lene under the bus, who was our manager at the time, and Lene made a video about it because she was upset, right? And do you know Dr. Watkins told her to take it down, and he told all of us not to even reply to you, not to even give into the bullshit, just to leave it alone and not to say nothing. So all of this Dr. Watkins sending people after you, you the only one who keep fucking talking about this shit. So shut the fucking fuck up. Now, let's talk about this little chick's motherfucking perception. I'm going to keep calling you a little chick, because I'm going to keep reminding you why you want to keep talking all that shit, little girl. I have pushed a baby out my womb your motherfucking age. Okay, be glad we not in the same room, because I might whoop your little ass with a belt like you my child, because I don't know who the fuck you think you talking to. I was nice. I'm not being nice no more. I'm not being nice no more. Fucking fuck you. Yes, your name is in the description box. Go respond to that shit. But this time, have the motherfucking galls to leave your video up the next time you make a video about me. Leave that shit the fuck up for everybody to see and hear all of that bullshit that came out your mouth. So apparently, y'all, everybody at Overfly Nubian Queen, we're all felons. We're all felons, right? And that should tell you that we're fucked up people, right? So her thing is, he's always dealing with felons and they're convicts. Now, how many of you just watched Vicky's video? How many, somebody said you too old for this. No, the fuck I'm not. Somebody, you too old for this. I'm going to tell y'all again, I'm being petty tonight. If you do not want to hear pettiness, then I suggest that y'all click off. Because at the end of the day, this is about several people. Motherfucker constantly want to have people's names in their mouth. I have watched so many damn people spread shit about me that is false, right? And the funny thing is, I've seen so many motherfucking people run with this, right? So now I'm a scammer. and I'm scheming the community, and I'm this and I'm that. And it's other people hearing these people's shit and they're fucking running with it and they're telling everybody else this shit like it's the facts. So Michi gonna give you the facts about motherfucking Michi. And if y'all ever want to know something about me, come and fucking ask me, okay? Come and fucking ask me instead of making assumptions. So I don't care what nobody say. I done made 1,100 motherfucking videos about empowering the black community, about motherfucking how we can get free and all of that bullshit. But as soon as I want to dig in somebody's ass, I'm being petty. Oh, y'all wasn't mad when I got on Tommy Sotomayor's ass. Why? Because he talk about a bunch of black women. So y'all want me to get on Tommy ass because he talk about black women all the time. But I can't get on a bunch of black females who out here on some bullshit. Nah, miss me with that bullshit. Michi gonna be petty today. I'ma act the same age as the motherfuckers coming for me. So let's go back to the motherfucking top. So Paris says that we're felons over here and that she's better than us because we're felons. I don't have a felony. They all have felonies, but I don't have a felony, right? Right? So this is what I want to know. So at the end of the day, why you cuss so much? Because I'm grown, Larry Cooper. You want to get cussed out today too. Why I cuss so much? Because I'm grown. I have a question for y'all. Why do cuss words offend y'all so much? For all the shit that happens in this world, that's what you offended by? Cuss words. I'm just not understanding why y'all get so offended by cuss. You must go to church, huh? Well, take your ass back to church. It's only 6:30 here. Ain't Bible study going on somewhere? Get the fuck down to the church and stop watching Michi, because I cuss too much. I'm probably like, I'm dirtying up your soul and all of this is coming at you. You probably looking for some holy water to throw at the screen and shit. Like, go call on Jesus. It'll be all right. Just get the fuck up out my chat room. You supposed to be at church anyway. Pastor is waiting on your ass right the fuck now. So why the fuck you late for Bible study? That's my question to you. You go to Bible study on time. Stop missing that shit. Going to the altar Sunday after Sunday and shit ain't changed in your life. And then when you figure all that the fuck out, come back to me and I'll tell you why I cuss so much. How about that? So apparently we're all felons in this motherfucker. And I think this is an important teaching topic. So y'all can think I'm petty, or y'all can y'all can take the lesson in what the fuck we're talking about tonight. Because there is a lesson in this. There is a lesson. It's not all petty, but in the pettiness, there's a lesson. Just like in the midst of all of my cussing, there is a lesson to be learned. And if you are willing to grasp it and overlook the cussing, we'll be fine. If you want to overlook the pettiness, there is a lesson to be learned. So there are a lot of people on the internet who on YouTube, and they claim that they care about the black community, y'all. But every time they speak about people like me, even Sister Vicky, right, and a couple of other people, even fucking Zaza, right? But before she was a scammer, people kept saying that about her too. So they want to talk about the fact that we have felons. Yes, Michi has a felon. I don't give a fuck. I've been told all of y'all that. My felon has nothing to do with robbing or hurting black people. I stole from the fucking white man, right? The bank. Right? At 19 fucking years old. I haven't been in trouble since. So I wish I would quit calling me a convict. I haven't been in prison at all. I spent 6 months in the county jail because I couldn't afford my motherfucking bail and they put me on probation. So I wish I would miss me with that convict. But you know who was? Our sister Vicky Dillard actually spent 4 years in prison. So does that make her a bad person? Y'all like he hanging around with all of these felons. She was in prison for 4 years for being a whistleblower. Right? For being a whistleblower and for being an activist. So because she's a felon, you just want us to throw her away and not really look at why the fuck, right? Why the fuck she ain't do time. So it kills me that everybody seems to think that just in these YouTube streets, because a person has a felony or a criminal record, that means you should throw us away. Well, let me tell you why Paris Milan can't reach anybody with them fucking bullshit ass videos she does giving commentary like she's a news reporter. Okay, let me tell you why. Because the reason I can reach the people I reach is because, do you know how many black people have felons? It's more than half of our population, right? If you understand that a felon is not killing people and it's not always a violent crime, you could write a check for some groceries that you don't have in the motherfucking bank and know that if it's over $300 or whatever your state says, that means you have a felony. So do you know how many black people have felonies? Fucking Paris, right? How many black people have felonies? Right? And see, so if you think that you are a better black person than the rest of us, right? If you think you're better than us, then that's why the fuck you can't reach us. You cannot reach the black community because you think you're better, right? There, brothers, felon is a child support. Felonies is a matter of crimes, but it's also a matter of the amount of money you owe, right? You can do damage to something, and if the damage is over a certain amount, that is considered a felony, right? So at the end of the day, there are a lot of ways that people can have fucking felonies. So it was just interesting to me that she seems to think that when you have a felony, that means you not shit in the black community. Oh, they have felonies. I don't have no felony. Do you know how many black people have a felony? felony. So if your plan is to reach the black community, Paris, motherfucking Milan, whatever your goddamn name is, so that means to tell me that you look down on black people with felons. So then you should just get out the game now. Because if you call yourself helping black motherfucking people, how you gonna help black people when you looking down on half of your motherfucking race? Just saying, right? Right? Somebody said I watched Paris once. You ain't go back, did you? Ah, right. That's what I said. I watched her talk shit. I ain't been back either yet, right? So then there's another thing she threw out there that I want to throw up there for a teaching moment, right? I hear a lot of these people. I've heard two people say this so far about me, and I'm pointing out some stuff that y'all need to be mindful of. So there is something to be learned in all of this motherfucking pettiness that y'all think is going on right now. I think it's necessary. I like to be petty sometimes. I don't know about you guys, but I think it's wonderful in the right moment, right time, right? So anyway, she tells me that if I was a better mother, that maybe my son wouldn't be in prison. Let's talk about that, you guys, right? Y'all know that my son is in prison. And I've heard a couple of people say something about my son, like I should be a better mother and he shouldn't be in prison. So how many black people around this country have children in prison? How many? Like, her comment didn't hurt my feelings. It just showed me how immature she was, how much she's not for the black community. She told me that if I wasn't over here fucking sitting on my fat ass, she seems to know a lot about me through the screen. I'm sitting on my fat ass. I don't have a job. I live with my mom. I need to go get a real job, but I own a business. If a motherfucker tell me that shit, I do what I want all day, because I don't work for nobody else, right? So, but how many black people in this country, how many of y'all have children in prison? Does that mean you're a bad parent? So it seems like to me, for somebody to make that comment means that you're placing the blame on the parent, and you don't really understand the white supremacist society that holds our children in these situations, that sometimes no matter how hard you try to raise your kids the right way, your children end up in these situations anyway, right? How the fuck does she plan on reaching the black community? But I'm out here. I'm out here doing this for a hustle, y'all. I'm just trying to make money off of y'all. That's why I'm doing it. Seemed like to me she trying to make the one that makes the money, because at the end of the day, I don't hear her saying shit about trying to uplift the black community. I just heard her down 100% of the black community just about. She said, fuck black people with felons, because she's better, because she doesn't have a felon, so that makes her better than us. And then for all of the parents who y'all have children in prison, we're bad parents. It's our fault, right? So seems like to me you're using this for a hustle, because if you were really using it to empower your people, you wouldn't be fucking thinking like that, which brings me back to the point that you're the spoiled ass little bitch. I don't know what kind of motherfucking like pristine crystal ass life you done lived, but maybe you should live some more motherfucking life before you come and talk to me, little girl. Okay? So with that said, I want everybody to know, let me say this too. Let me go ahead and throw this out there since I'm talking about her and Dr. Watkins. Let's talk about Dr. Watkins for a moment, right? Let me welcome everybody to the live right now. Let me say that if this is your first time here, you're watching Fly Nubian Queen TV, and I'm your host, Michi X. I'm here Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, where we talk about the issues in the black community, but more importantly, the solutions to how we solve them, right? But today, if this is your first time tuning in, you've caught me in rare form. Michi is being petty than a motherfucker, and I'm responding to a whole lot of people bullshit that they have had to say about me, about my team, all the lies that they have spread, and all the shit that they got to say, but they won't say that shit to my face. They don't want to put my name in their videos, and then they want to delete them shits afterwards, and they spreading rumors that seem to be spreading like motherfucking wildfire. So we gonna get some clarification in this bitch tonight. So if you're here tonight, go ahead and subscribe, like, and share for a sister. But if you come back tomorrow, you will find a whole nother Michi standing in front of you, because I'm whatever I need to be whenever I need to be it. And right now, I need to be petty, y'all. So y'all just let me do that. Y'all come on back tomorrow. We'll get into some education and some shit that's gonna help us go where we need to go. Somebody said nope. I hope that ain't a nope. You ain't gonna let me be petty, because the truth is I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want, and either y'all gonna watch or y'all gonna leave, right? But Michi gonna do whatever she want in this moment. So with that being said, let's talk about Dr. Watkins, you guys. We talked about how him and Paris had this situation, and she's trying to say, well, he withheld my money too. Somehow she thinks she's equal to the woman that has this lawsuit against him now. Okay, so I want to throw this out there, and I want to say this because I'm a real motherfucker, right? I'm real just like the rest of y'all. And I'm not going to sit there, clean up that potty mouth. Ooh. Yo, mama, tell her to clean up her mouth. Tell her she should have used her mouth better, and maybe your dumbass wouldn't be here. All the things going on in this world, and you fucking worried about my mouth. With that said, Dr. Boyce Watkins is my motherfucking homeboy. Let me say that. Okay, so let's make that clear. People keep wanting to, oh, she ride with Dr. Watkins. You know, all these people around here. I done heard a bunch of videos. People, I don't even know who they is talking about me, right? So she down with Dr. Watkins. This is the thing. So I'm a scammer because he's a scammer. We all scammers in this bitch. In a minute, it's gonna be a song. She a scammer. He's a scammer. All these motherfuckers is a scammer. Like, leave my name the fuck out y'all mouth, okay? Because Michi ain't scammed shit. If I did, go get some receipts. If I've scammed you out of anything, please raise your hand. Please stand the fuck up, right? I'm just saying. Nobody's raising their hand. That's what the fuck I thought. So I want to say this. There are some people that I'm not going to rock with. I'm not going to ride with, right? I'm never going to stand on the line of somebody who's doing a misjustice or injustice to our people. That's why I can't fuck with Zaza. Not like she was really my friend before. I knew of her, right? And let's be real. Y'all heard me announce that we thought for a moment she was going to be becoming a Fly Nubian queen, right? But I'm glad that didn't happen. But looking at the shit that she did, I'm not fucking with nobody that don't give a fuck about our people. I don't care what color you are. How many times have I told y'all, because everybody want to make a big deal, oh, you know, some people mad at me because I'm not all black, I got a white parent, right? So how many times have y'all heard me tell y'all that I'll tell my white family to kiss my ass too if they come across as racist. So you don't think that as black people, if I feel like you are doing something wrong to our people, I won't tell you to kiss my ass too? So let's talk about Dr. Watkins from my perspective. I have heard Yvette Carnell say that she had an issue with him a while back, had to do with them working together, right? She didn't feel she received the money she was supposed to, whatever, right? Okay. Then you got Paris that come forward talking about, he owed me $180 and because my dumb ass ain't fill out the motherfucking invoice in this bitch, I didn't get paid for 12 months. So that's what really the fuck happened, right? And so here she come, he's a scammer. And then now you hear that he is being, sued for from a woman who worked with him, who was his business partner, right? And she feels she didn't get her fair share in the business. Okay. So, okay. See, I told you I'm being petty tonight. If one more person comes in here to all of my moderators and they tell me to stop cussing, fuck deleting it, fuck timing them out, block them motherfuckers off my page, okay? Because if that's all they came here to say, like, it takes you how many fingers to type, stop all that cussing, when it take one fucking button to push to get the fuck up out my life. So the next person who says that dumb ass shit, kick them the fuck up off my page. Thank you, okay? So now everybody's like, well, he's doing that. So what have I heard about him in the community? I heard that some people took one of his classes, right? And I heard that not only did they take some of his classes, that they got the course. They weren't dissatisfied with what they got, but they were upset because they said they didn't get some certificates. Okay. I feel you. But how do that make him a scammer? Y'all really think that Boyce Watkins' ultimate scam is to fucking skip out on buying $200 worth of certificate paper to not give y'all a certificate? That's his scam, right? That's his fucking scam. Okay. And even with the Charles Wu, have you watched the interview with Charles Wu? Have you watched the interview when he came forward and Dr. Watkins called him to the carpet about the way that he represented that and the way that he spoke about him as if they were working together? Did you watch that video where Wu was on there and they had that? See, a lot of people watch that exposure shit, but none of y'all watched the video where Dr. Watkins actually had him on and asked him all them questions and talked to that man about the way that he presented those things, speaking in what media terms, right? If you talk about commercials and you talk about media, you know what I am? I'm the front man, right? You know why? Because I'm the one that's in front of the camera that is giving people the thing that they're looking for, right? That's called media talk. I went to school for psychology, psychologists, and when they analyze how you push something out to the media, that is the way that they do it. They were looking at him as a case. Have y'all ever watched the whole fucking interview? And have you watched what Wu came forward and said? And shout out to Dr. Watkins when he was like, I know you apologizing, but I don't accept your motherfucking apology. Like, I'm not going to play kumbaya with you because that bullshit you did and the way you represented me caused a lot of problems for me. That shit was in the open. So while y'all steady talking, go look up that fucking interview that most of y'all did not look at and hear what Charles Wu had to say. But at the end of the day, I'm going to bring it back to y'all again. Which one of y'all can stand up in this community aside from Yvette Cornell, fucking Paris Milan, and this lady who's suing him now? Those all seem to be like business issues, right? Doesn't seem like he's scamming the community. So who has scammed the community? If you have been scammed by Dr. Watkins and you're not the three people that I named, I'm going to need you to stand up. Come forward. That's what I'm saying. So every time somebody do something, stop calling people fucking scammers. So with that said, okay, if I ever found out that Dr. Watkins was a fraud, he was a scam, he was out here playing the community, let me tell you something. I'd probably be the one to expose him. I definitely would, right? Because I'm not going to stand for people fucking over our people. That's not what I'm here for, and that's not what this is about for me. So I want you to know that if I felt that Dr. Watkins was scamming people, I would most definitely call him out on that shit, right? He sells services. People buy the services. Nobody has said that they are dissatisfied with those services. Okay, some people need some certificates. Let me tell you something. I went to a college that was $20,000 a fucking semester, right? Do you know that it took me over a year to call them and finally get them to send me my degree so I could put it on the wall, even though it ain't worth shit? But are they scamming? Like, we let white people do this shit all the time and have these issues in their businesses, but we never call them what the fuck we'll call black people. So until that day comes, I want y'all to hear directly from Michi's mouth, I fucking fucks with Dr. Watkins. Y'all don't have to like him, and that's fine. You don't need to like him, right? But I will tell you this, he has been nothing but respectful to me. He paid me all my motherfucking money down to the last goddamn dime. He is always trying to help me find opportunities. I've heard people say, well, she rolling with Dr. Watkins because Dr. Watkins, there must be something going on. I noticed he be playing all of her videos on his other platforms. So what? How many of you are in media, right? And would love if somebody would take your videos and push them all over their platforms so that you could get more notoriety? What's wrong with that? Shout out to you, Dr. Watkins, for fucking pushing my videos for everybody to see so that I can get my vision and my word out to the rest of the nation, right? Because see, that's my responsibility and my concern when I come to this table. I use this platform. It's not about trying to scam nobody or be arguing with no dumb motherfuckers. It's about the fact that if you use social media, it is a tool and a way for you to get in touch with your people across this nation. How else are we supposed to get together? Like, I can have meetings all I want in my community, but how the fuck is that going to reach everybody else across the nation? We have people that watch us from Nicaragua. We have people that come here from South Africa. We have people from everywhere, right? And M. White said Watkins is a fake. Okay, well, if you think he's a fake, that's fine, right? You can have that perspective. But like I said, whether you think he's fake or not, that's a big difference from he is running a scam on the community, right? Right? So I'm just saying, I'm going to need y'all to give me fucking specifics, right? And tell me, how is he scamming the community? Or does it seem like maybe he has some issues in running business and maybe some people got some business issues with his ass, right? So, okay, are y'all employed by Dr. Watkins? Are you waiting on $180 like Paris claims she is? If you're not, what has he done to you? Right? Nothing. So I just want y'all to know straight out of Michi's mouth. Like, I love my people. I roll with my people. Like, fuck Paris Milan for talking all that shit about felons. Like, my sister, Queen Vicky, she come up in here right before I come on. Every Monday through Friday at what? 6:30 p.m. Eastern, Vicky is on. Vicky just told y'all how she spent 4 fucking years in the federal penitentiary. She's a felon. So Paris basically says, fuck her, because she's a felon. But she's in there for being an activist and a whistleblower, right? What thing has any of these motherfuckers who sit on goddamn YouTube, most of them don't even do shit to are you putting yourself at risk? Are you risking going to prison? Are you putting yourself on the line to try and do things for your people? So shut the fuck up then, right? So shout out to Vicky. You don't get to come at me and all of my sisters and everybody who rock on these platforms and the work that we do because we're genuine about every motherfucking thing that we do, right? You don't get to do that. And y'all don't get to come after me saying I'm a scammer because my homie is a scammer when y'all ain't told me how the fuck my homie is a scammer yet. And until that day come, and until I see any evidence that Dr. Watkins is scamming the black community, I fuck with him. Who got a problem with it? Who got a problem with it? Dr. Watkins is my homie. You don't have to suspect that shit no more. I'm telling you straight up, I fucking fuck with Dr. Watkins. I've met him 3 times, right? He been in my crib. We ate chicken wings together. We had a good time in this motherfucker. Y'all know. Y'all watched that live ass motherfucking video. That started Tommy talking all of that shit. Y'all got privy to sit up in my living room on a live because of motherfucking Dr. Watkins. So, if it's any questions about that, I don't give a fuck if y'all want to associate me with him. But before you start talking about somebody a scammer, show me how the fuck they scamming. And before you talk about Michi scamming people, show me how the fuck do I be scamming people, right? And in saying that, I want to say shout out to all of the people that know why I do what I do, right? I'm not out here for no hustle, but I don't think I even have to explain that to anybody, right? I get inboxes every day from people who are like, yo, you have changed my perspective on stuff. I know there are people that I've talked to that are now interested in buying stocks, starting their new business. They want to know how. People who thought homeschooling was impossible, but now they can, right? Somebody said, I love Dr. Claude Anderson. So Dr. Claude Anderson works a lot with Dr. Watkins. Is he a scam too? I'm just saying. So because we hang around motherfucking people, we're all scammers. You know how many people rock with Dr. Watkins? We all scammers. Everybody he's ever interviewed, all of that shit. Y'all sound dumb as fuck. Y'all really do. Right? So, I got about 15 minutes more. Let's get to the next and the last person that I want to speak about. And I want to say that after I have this conversation, I'm not doing this shit no more with none of you motherfuckers. I'm really not. Y'all can say whatever the fuck you want to say, and I'm going to refer y'all back to this fucking video. I'm gonna tell y'all, go watch this shit, right? Instead of thinking that I'm gonna respond to y'all anymore, because unlike y'all, right, I give a fuck about giving knowledge to the goddamn community and for us to get somewhere instead of sitting here fighting back and forth with other fucking black people, right? I don't have time for that bullshit. We got somewhere to go and we got somewhere to get free, but y'all have offended me and all of the shit that y'all said, and I have the right to be offended, right? I'm really offended at the fact too that people want to say that my motivations and all of this is to get $1. You know, that offends me because I don't know why everybody else comes the fuck on this motherfucker, but I've shared my story plenty of times, right? When Sandra Bland died, y'all all felt the pain, right, of a black woman being killed, and y'all was pained by how her family might have felt. Let me tell you something. I knew how her family felt because I lost my brother. That's what's up, Supreme Third Eye, for that 1111. You come in here and bless me with that all the time. Shout out to you, right? But I knew exactly how Sandra Bland's family felt. Because they killed my brother in the cell for being a nigga too. They hung him and they said he committed suicide as well. Right? They even told us he left us last words and that he left us a suicide letter. Here it is 22 years later. Right? Still no suicide letter. How dare you fucking tell me my motives and why I come up here and do what I do to fight for our people. Right? My son is in jail. Not because I'm a bad mother, but because this system is a motherfucker and they seek to destroy our children every goddamn day. So now that I've had to live with that pain and I know the reality of the school to prison pipeline, right? It's not just a fucking story to me. I've lived it. So I know what that shit looks like and I know what the fuck it feels like from a mother's point of view, right? That's why I do what I do. You motherfucking bitches do not, and you motherfucking dusty ass niggas do not get to tell me why I'm up here and I'm doing this for $1. You could never pay me enough to not fight this fight. White folks could give me the biggest reparation check tomorrow and I'm going to use that shit to buy some more motherfucking freedom around here and get some revenge on some white folks. I'm not even satisfied with a fucking check. How many times have I told y'all, Michi don't just want a check. Michi want motherfucking revenge as well as a check. Shout out to you for that $21, King, right? So you don't get to come on here and tell me after all the things I've been through and you watch 1 or 2 videos of mine and then you want to make this fucking accusation of what you think that I'm here for, right? I live this shit and eat this shit and breathe this shit every fucking day, right? I try and find a moment. I try and find a fucking moment to get away from it because I'm always preparing topics to speak to you guys about, right? Monday through Friday. Weekend come, I'm in my goddamn inbox trying to message people back, trying to get in touch with all of my people. Do you know that sometimes I just want a moment to not think about every fucking thing that I have to fight every day? I have peace in my life, but I wake up in a constant state of motherfucking rage. Because I'm tired of the way that our people are being treated. I'm tired of fucking living like this. And I don't want this to continue to happen to us. And when I tell y'all on this show, every time when I close out, when I tell y'all that I love y'all to life and I stand with y'all until death, now let's go motherfucking get free. When I say let's get free or die trying, I mean that shit. Now, what the fuck is money gonna afford me? Now, if I could make enough money, right? That I could do some damage to white supremacy because, a mighty dollar can do a lot. Then I would do it with that. But I don't need shit else. I don't need $1 for nothing else. I don't give a fuck. I don't wear red bottoms. Paris, I don't wear silky ass motherfucking lace front weaves like you. I don't go buy expensive ass MAC makeup. Bitch, take off them eyelashes when you talking to me. Because I can't see you through them big ass fake motherfuckers looking like snuffleupagus in this bitch. See, I don't need money for none of that stuff. I just want to be free. And I don't give a fuck what it costs. Even if it costs my motherfucking life. Just promise me when I'm gone, right? That it counted for something. That it meant something. Since I'm on that topic now. If it ever comes a day that something happens to Michi and they try and tell you to be peaceable and I wouldn't want this, I'm telling y'all right the fuck now, replay this video. I want y'all to burn this bitch down. Don't let nobody tell y'all, no justice, no peace. Nah, it's time. Everybody about to be deceased. That's what I want y'all to fucking scream for me, right? So know right now offhand that Michi ain't told y'all to march in the streets about motherfucking shit, okay? So I do this because this is who I am, right? If I don't get paid a dime tomorrow, you know what? I'm going to still be here and I'm going to still show up. You know why? Because it ain't about nobody else. It ain't about a check. It's about all of y'all that show up here and depend on me and look forward to the shit that I have to say and about us getting free together. And before I tear into Umar's ass, before I get the fuck out of here this evening, let me just say that on 2 hours of sleep, I spent all motherfucking day, right? Drank a whole lot of coffee with my homegirl, and we are putting together the agenda. The Black Agenda will be coming on tour in 2019. We will be hitting you folks up in Detroit first, right? We will be coming to Detroit in April. We will have those dates for you really damn soon, right? Then we will be going to Chicago. We will be going to Atlanta. We will be going to Oakland. We will be going to New York. And we will be going to DC this year, okay? To do the Black Agenda. Where, yes, I am going to ask the community for money. Matter of fact, I'm going to do church on y'all ass. I am going to shout out to y'all, all of y'all, for the donations. Thank you. I'm gonna pull out a basket and I'm gonna ask for an offering from the audience. I sure am. And then I'm going to have somebody from the audience, and I'm going to have y'all organizations that are going to be there that are in your community. I'm gonna have y'all count it, and then we're gonna leave it with the community so that y'all can build a little bit more. We're not just gonna come and leave you with hope without leaving you with something that's fucking tangible for you to grab a hold of. So I'm sorry, on 2 hours of sleep, I stayed up all night planning to come out, make an affordable event so I can get to my people, right? I will have products. I do sell things. My book will be finished. But guess what? Everything you buy from me, I'm giving 10% from now until fucking the day I die. Every time I sell a item, a book, or anything that I have, my shirts and shit, I will always be giving 10% to the community. So for all of the vendors that will be at this event, we're giving up 10% of everything that we have sold too. Because it ain't about the money for us. It's about building a goddamn community. But know that it takes money to build a motherfucking community. It takes money to travel. It takes money to get around and get these things done. But as long as they get done, I don't give a fuck about the extra. Because before I got on Fly Nubian Queen, my rent has always been paid. And my rent gonna always be motherfucking paid. With or without this. Do you understand that? So now let's talk about Dr. Umar motherfucking Johnson, because I got a few more minutes, but you know, I got 8 minutes, but I can go over if I want to. So we're going to talk about it. And when I'm done, we're going to get the hell out of here, right? Somebody said, what city is the event in? We're going to Detroit. Like I said, we're putting up a site now, you guys. So give us to the 1st of January. We're going to have a site up, and we're going to have all of the dates for the tours that we're going to have there. Of course, Fly Nubian Queen is going to be incorporated, and you're probably going to see my homie, Dr. Watkins, up in there. If you don't want to see him, then you can just come to see everybody else. So I done told y'all, so y'all already know ahead of motherfucking time, right? But we will have it up there. We will have the dates. We will have the ticket sales. We will also have the counter to let you know that when we're coming to the next city and how much time it is before we will be there. But we are definitely doing the damn thing. And we're going to get out there and we're going to make 2019 a count, right? This is supposed to be in February, 400 years coming out of slavery. I think that at the end of the day, we never came out of slavery. And I know that, well, if you do what you always done, you're going to get what you always got, right? And what we've been doing all of these years has not worked. So I think it's time that we do something different, right? So there are some things that have worked, right? But the government shut it down. So we've added some new shit, and we've taken from the shit that has worked and we put it right the fuck back together again. And we're going to find an agenda in this country for Black people that says this is what we represent. This is who we are. This is what we want. And this is our demands. And this is how the fuck we gonna get it. Because we have to start with that foundation to have an understanding of where we want to go and who we are, right? So that's what we're going to do with the Black Agenda. So we'll be coming soon, so y'all be looking out for that. Also, let me throw out there, you guys, I do have an email address if you got, Michelle Kochek, y'all been emailing me there, but that's my personal, and it's been mixed in with a bunch of bills and everything else. Shout out to you, Brother Ali. Thank you for that, King. But I want to give y'all my email address. Some hater went and made an email address, michiex@gmail, so that I could not make one. Probably one of my haters in here the other day when I was like, I'm going to go make a michiex Gmail so you guys can email me there. Somebody ran over and took that name on Hotmail and everything else. But you guys can go and y'all can email me at therealmichiex, right, at gmail.com. Therealmichiex@gmail.com. If one of my moderators, Empress, you're really great at that, if you could put that in there. So if you guys want to send me an email, y'all can email me there. Again, it's therealmichiex@gmail.com, where I can look at all those things. Somebody was like, but you're biracial, you're not Black. Shut the fuck up. Somebody go back and block them. Find them and kick them out. That ain't nobody but fucking Jerome. Jerome's people coming over here talking all of that shit. So you gonna take your ass back over there with motherfucking Jerome Sotomayor and shut the fuck up talking that shit in my room. You're not black though, you're biracial. So we ask the white man and no oppressor, what is she, right? The white man don't see biracial. Either you black or you white. You ain't know that? Stupid motherfuckers. So anyway, with that said, I want to thank everybody to the live for joining the live. I want to welcome y'all here. If this is your first time here, let me quickly say subscribe, like, and share. Do me that favor so y'all can come on back. Tomorrow won't be so much pettiness. We'll be in this motherfucker learning, but it will definitely be the same amount of passion and the same amount of energy because Michi brings that all the time and everything that I'm discussing. So go ahead and do that for me, you guys. If you have not, I thank y'all all for tuning in. Give us sister them thumbs up. You can text the word Queens to 31996. So if you're doing this right now on your laptop, your tablet, you got your phone in your hand, you can pick up your phone right now and go ahead and text the word Queens to 31996 because sometimes YouTube does not send out notifications. It does a Zaza on you. It promises to deliver and then in the end, it don't do nothing it was supposed to do. So when that happens and YouTube Zazas you, then we can send you out a text and we'll let you know that I'm live. So, but I'm not the only queen on here, you guys. Vicky is on here Monday through Friday right before me at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And we'll have some more queens coming over here eventually, but there are plenty of queens. There's about 15, 16 on Fly Nubian Queen. The rest of them are over on Facebook. So y'all go over to Fly Nubian Queen on Facebook and check them out too, and see what they over there doing. Is sisters over there doing hair, makeup. You know, it is a girl over there that spills all the tea on all of the gossip in Hollywood. So if y'all want to know what's up, you know, with Offset and Cardi B and shit, take your ass over to FlyNubianQueen.com and go find out about it, right? So let's get into this Umar Johnson thing. So Umar Johnson, apparently, I've had a bunch of people send me this meme. Like, I got it like from like 10 people since yesterday. But apparently, Dr. Umar Johnson put up a meme and it shows me, Zaza, and another sister, China Fox. That's her name, China Fox. Okay, and so we're all up there. And he takes our pictures. Of course, he doesn't put our names. And he says on the meme, some of you may have seen it, it's on Instagram on his page. And he says that even though these women have spoken ill of me in the past, and I'm paraphrasing y'all, basically as a Pan-Africanist, you know, that we are all black people. And even though we may be biracial, that who our parents are is not, you know, something that we can help. And he's saying, you know, that in this country that they are considered black as well. And if we're going to fight this fight, you know, we're all one and we have to learn to stick together. So he thinks it's disgusting the way that people have been coming at biracials lately, because since Zaza did what she did, right, we going there, Pisces, right? And that's what's up. I'm a Pisces too. Pisces in the house, right? We going there about China Fox. I'm about to get there on his ass, right? Courtney X, we going there, right? So, you know, so he's saying that basically he thinks it's disgusting. He wants people to quit like sending that shit to his email and stuff because he stands with the fact that we're all black and we need to stop coming at biracial people like that. So, first of all, let me say that I have heard, because somebody tagged me in the thing, and there's a lot of people on there saying that China Fox is not even biracial, which is a great point that I want to bring up, right? I couldn't think of her name straight away, but I've watched China Fox sometimes, so I do know who she is by face, but her name kind of slips me sometimes. But I've watched China Fox. Shout out to China Fox, right? But I've heard that she's not even biracial. So this is what I mean, is that that's the problem in black folks trying to say that you biracial, you not black. Because at the end of the day, China Fox looks just like me and she's light, just like Zaza. And so people look at her and they assume that she's biracial. So this is my thing. I know a woman that's the same makeup as me, right? Makeup is me, meaning that she has a white father who is Polish and she has a black mother, but she is very dark skinned. She has very kinky hair. She has big, beautiful, full black lips and a nose, and you would never think that she was biracial at all. So when you look at people with your eyes, how the fuck do y'all determine who's biracial and who ain't? Because if I didn't tell you who my parents were, do you know how many black people like China Fox walk around here with all black parents but still be light? Are y'all so fucking dumb today for the people who think that shit, that you don't know that black people that have two black parents can come in all fucking shades? Y'all don't know that, huh? Y'all do not know that. I have a son upstairs right now, right? His daddy's all black. His mama is black and white. And if I bring him downstairs, the boy just as light as me, right? He blacker than me. And he even got blue eyes in this mug. So at the end of the day, you would take him and you would say, well, he's 3/4 black, because that's what y'all said about Malcolm X. So he's not as biracial as you, but he's still a black boy. And look at how he looks. Right? How can you tell if somebody's biracial? So I have to tell you I'm biracial, which brings me to my point. If a person has to tell you they're biracial and you can't really tell by looking at those people, my question to you is, what the fuck do you think white people see when they see us? If they see black, that's how we're seen in this country. That's how we're treated in this country. And that's what the fuck we are. So y'all don't make no sense to me. Because unless you're going around checking everybody's goddamn DNA, you can't tell who the fuck is biracial and who ain't by looking at them. You just sound dumb than a motherfucker when you say that shit. That's why Dr. Umar Johnson is out here calling a sister that ain't even biracial. China Fox is not a biracial woman, right? But let me go further. Whether she was or not, me, Zaza, and China Fox, we all black fucking women. That's the way this country sees us. That's who the fuck we are, right? So y'all can miss me with that bullshit. So first of all, Dr. Umar Johnson, do your fucking research, because China Fox didn't even belong in that picture. But let me tell y'all, I know this seems like a really nice thing that he did, but let me analyze this for you. Dr. Umar Johnson is a psychologist. Michi has gone to school for psychology. Matter of fact, it's my favorite subject. I still learn that shit and read books about it to this very day, because that's what I love to study, right? So I want to tell you about some little jabs he put in there and some subconscious shit he put in there that I did not fucking appreciate, okay? First of all, he puts me up next to China Fox, and China Fox is not even a biracial woman, but the fact that he has both of us up there next to Zaza Ali, who is a woman who just got finished scamming all kind of black people in the community out of their money, and then got mad when they had the nerve to ask for it back. How fucking dare you put me up there next to that chick like we have any motherfucking thing in common? Now, you didn't say our names, but you put our pictures up there. Now, an image says a lot. You have all three of us together, right? And the reason they're really talking about her being biracial is because they're saying she's a biracial woman that played the black community. And that's why they're bringing up her race and saying she's not really a black woman, right? But you gonna put me up there next to that scamming ass chick? I'm not no fucking scammer. So first of all, you disregarded me in doing that. Second of all, now I want y'all to think about the subconscious. See, Dr. Umar Johnson knew exactly what he was doing because he's a smart motherfucker. I've always given him credit for being a smart motherfucker. Okay, so psychologically, he knows that when he put us up there next to this chick, it makes all of us look like we doing something guilty. People are going to see those fucking pictures and be like, oh, ain't that the chick that's scamming? So since everybody, plenty of people didn't even know who the fuck I was, right? So ain't that the chick that's scamming? So if you don't know who we really are and you don't know what the fuck is going on, right? At the end of the day, you might think we're all up there because we've been scamming and the black community is talking shit about us. He know what the fuck he was doing. I'm from Detroit, nigga, so don't pay me no compliment and then step on my foot when you walk away, because you ain't mean that shit. Fuck out of here, Dr. Umar Johnson. Let me tell you another thing he did, right? He says, these women have talked ill of me in the past, but I stands with them. Fuck out of here, Dr. Umar Johnson. What he's trying to do in that vein is make y'all feel like he's a bigger person. Like Paris did that shit too. I'm so tired of people trying to motherfucking act like y'all so much better than everybody else. Oh, well, I'm better than them, because even though they talk bad about me, I'm still going to stand with them. Let me break something down for y'all. Dr. Umar Johnson has always felt that biracial people are black people. So whether or not we talked ill about him, that's his stance. He shouldn't change his stance and what he believes based on not liking people, right? So just because he stood in his stance doesn't mean he did me any favor. He could have made that same point without putting me in that fucking picture. He could have made that same point without saying that we talked bad about him in the past. So let me correct that too, for all of the people who sit here and they have watched me. What I've said about Dr. Umar Johnson, I'll say that shit again. I'll say it to his face. We can have a conference call. Call me up, brother. We can have coffee. We can have tea, nigga. You can meet me in motherfucking Detroit. How about that? I'll say that shit to your face. What I said was what everybody says about him. He's arrogant as fuck. Now, we had him on Fly Nubian Queen. Vicky interviewed him on the Facebook page, right? And I thought he was very arrogant. And I thought that he was being very disrespectful about YouTube commentators and motherfucking radio shows. And he said they ain't about shit if they not doing nothing in the community. And he's going off about radio shows and talk show hosts on YouTube. But right now you're being interviewed on a fucking social media radio station. So how do you talk about the very entity that has your punk ass up here interviewing you? How does Dr. Umar Johnson think that everybody knows who he is? If it wasn't for social media, would you know who the fuck Dr. Umar Johnson was? So the very same platform that took that motherfucker to the next level is the same platform that he's trying to diss all of a sudden, right? He was very arrogant. I didn't like it. He started talking about how I'm the only. Y'all know I ain't lying. Y'all know I ain't lying. Shout out to you, King. Thank you, John, for that, right? I'm the only one in this motherfucker doing anything, right? I'm out here doing shit in the streets. I'm building the school. Nobody else is doing nothing. Every time he says that, I feel reminded to shout out a brother named Q Butter. Now, I don't know him personally. I saw his school. I reached out to him a while back. I asked him, if we could link up or whatever, because we wanted to take his model and learn how to do that in other places. That never really happened, right? I did ask him if I could interview him on this platform, but I did mention to him that I was working with Dr. Watkins on the platform, and maybe he was like, fuck that shit, because it's Dr. Watkins. Let's be honest. Maybe that's why he didn't want to interview with me. But shout out to him, and I bring him up all the time because he didn't wait on fucking $250,000, $500,000 to start a school. He took the studio he had, he built the institute. The kids is out there learning science on the weekends or whatever. Like, I don't know the ins and out about his school, but he's doing the damn thing with whatever the fuck he got. So it's a disrespect to people like Q Butter. Shout out to you, brother, right? And let that get back to Q Butter, because people are always running back saying the bullshit that they like, oh, they said this and said that about you, but y'all never spread the good shit. Because I've said some really great things about Umar Johnson, which is where I'm going next. So you don't get to discredit people like Q Butter. You don't get to discredit people like Vicky Dillard, who did 4 years in prison for being a fucking activist and for being a whistleblower. And at the end of the day, she did 4 years. So you raised the money from the fucking community, and now you the only nigga doing shit. Q Butter did all that shit without raising a bunch of money. Do you know what the fuck? If Q Butter had $250,000, $500,000 what the community gave him, let me tell you something. That brother would have schools all over the fucking place. Shout out to you, Tony Smith. Thank you. I truly believe that, right? So sometimes the right people just don't have the same opportunities. Right? So you don't get to tell us, you the only motherfucker, I'm the king of, beating your chest and shit. Like, get the fuck out of here with that. And I'm going to continue to say that. And if I ever meet him, I'm going to be like, shout out to you. Like, much respect, bro. But you need to tone that arrogance down a little bit. Like, drink some lavender tea before you talk to me. Calm the fuck down, right? So at the end of the day, I still stand by that. But other than that, I don't understand. How is it that everything that's negative said always seems to make it back? Let that be a learning lesson, y'all. Right? Because I said something about Dr. Umar Johnson once when he came on our platform, and I felt like he was disrespectful as fuck. I did, right? And I said that I felt that way, okay? But I also said plenty of times, y'all can vouch for me. Y'all have seen it, right? Why ain't nobody go back and tell Dr. Umar that shit, right? Why ain't y'all go tell him that shit? Okay? Because what I've also said about Dr. Umar many times, even though I talked about him being arrogant once, because you was arrogant on our motherfucking platform. So yeah, Michi gonna say something about it, right? You were disrespectful, and Vicky thought the interview went well. If it was up to me, you would never come back on this motherfucking platform because you was rude as fuck to my sister, okay? But Dr. Umar Johnson, I will say it again. Somebody run and go tell him that shit. I think he is a very intelligent man. I agree with probably 99.9% of what he says. I agree with all of the things that he talks about. I agree with every motherfucking thing he says about the kids, about building the school, about all of those things. I give credit where credit is due, right? So I'm not somebody just trying to find something bad to say about some goddamn body. That brother deserves credit for the fact that what he is preaching is the truth. It's the truth. And if we could look past his arrogance, he is teaching us something, right? And if he could get past his arrogance, maybe we could get somewhere. So I'm not throwing the baby out with the motherfucking bathwater. Another thing I've also said about Dr. Umar Johnson is this, okay? At the end of the day, I think he's so arrogant that I'm not going to say he don't have the money for the school. What I'm going to say is that maybe he have it in a bank account somewhere. Maybe he don't have it, right? Maybe he do, though. And maybe his thing is, I'm so arrogant, I'm not proving shit to y'all. I don't got to show you motherfuckers my bank account, right? Right. So maybe that's it. Maybe he just arrogant. He like, y'all talking all of this shit about me, and at the end of the motherfucking day, I'm not going to show y'all shit. I'm going to just build a school so I can be like, bam, in your face, bitches. Like, somebody who's arrogant would do something like that. So I have also said, what we going to do if Dr. Umar Johnson throw the school out there? I've never called him a thief. I've never done any of that shit. All I said is I'm not worried about the school right now, right? My thing is that it takes time to build a school like that. It takes time to find a location. So at the end of the day, maybe he is still going to open the school. Let's give him a moment to see. Like, it's not easy to open up a goddamn school. It really isn't, right? So, and my wishes and my hopes are this. I hope that the community is wrong. I do. I hope that everybody that thinks he's stealing money and he's not going to build the school, I hope that it's wrong. And I hope he builds that school. And I hope it opens up. And I hope that it blesses many black children and babies. I'm not against that, brother. Right? Matter of fact, shout out to the brother that sent me the email today. Right? Shout out to you. He actually said that Dr. Umar Johnson will be announcing the new location for his school in January. And he said, now we spread a lot of negative stuff on the internet, not necessarily me, because he not talking to me when he say that, because I ain't do that shit, right? But he said if he was to give me the video and the information when it comes out, would I definitely share that information? And I definitely would. I would definitely fucking share that information, because I would think that it was a great moment, right? I would be glad to see that. So you don't get to take one little piece of what somebody said and try and make that be the whole host of what somebody has done, right? So we can agree to disagree. I don't like your arrogance, brother, but at the end of the day, I've also said a lot of great shit about you. So let somebody run back and tell that shit to fucking Dr. Umar Johnson, right? Instead of just the fact that I said he's arrogant. The truth is, if he begins to be honest with himself, that nigga know he arrogant. He know he arrogant than a motherfucker. So you can miss me with that bullshit, okay? So with that said, Dr. Umar Johnson, I know that he was trying to go and say, I stand with these sisters, but psychologically he was throwing shade by saying these women have spoke ill of me in the past, right? He didn't need to put that up there, and he didn't need to put our pictures up there either, along with Zaza's scheming ass. He could have just made a post and made a point. He could have just been like, yo, people keep coming at me about all of this biracial shit, and I want y'all to know that I don't agree with this, blah, 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 blah. This is my stance. That's all he had to do. You didn't have to act like you was being my friend, nigga. I'm bigger than you. I'm just going to stand with them even though they don't like me. I never said I didn't like you. I said I don't like your arrogance, right? But you didn't have to throw that shade. You didn't have to throw that motherfucking shade, right? So I see it for what it is. So it was a nice try, to act like you're a bigger person. But really, psychologist to psychologist, that was some fuck shit you just did, Dr. Umar Johnson. And I caught it all. So I'm glad that you stand with us. And as long as you open that school and you tone down that arrogance when you're talking to me, I stand with you too, bruh. Because that's what this is about, getting free. So, long as we working on that same direction, we have that understanding together, guess what? Then I'm cool with you and you cool with me. Now stop fucking putting me up with scheming ass people. Like I tell everybody else, if you want to put me up on your platform, if you're going to talk shit about me, at least say my motherfucking name, right? If you're going to put me up there, half the people didn't know who I was. You just wanted to throw me out there to make a goddamn point. Next time, motherfucker, put my name on it, right? Put some respect on my motherfucking name, right? Say my name in this bitch. That's what you need to do. Or don't speak on me at all, right? In Paris, next time you put up 3 videos, put my motherfucking name in it, right? Or either shut the fuck up and stop making videos, and then after you make them and you vent to everybody, then go and delete them. Just call up one of your best friends on the phone and get that shit off your chest that way. Because you look dumb than the motherfucker constantly putting up videos talking shit about people, and then an hour later you want to take it down. Like, you act like you show. You want to jump, then you don't know if you want to jump. I'm going to jump bad with this bitch, and maybe I shouldn't do that. So maybe you should think a little bit more before you overreact and throw videos out there, and then you want to take that shit back, right? Think about that shit for a little while. Maybe you need to smoke a joint or something. I don't know, have a shot or something. Go talk to your mama and them or somebody, and let them let you get that shit off your chest before you put it on the internet and then make a fucking fool of yourself, little girl. So thank you. Shout out for that $10. So next time you talking about me, tell motherfucking facts. Paris, Milan, take off the motherfucking big ass snuffleupagus eyelashes when you talking to me, bitch, because I can't see the real for all that fucking makeup you have on. Dr. Boyce Watkins, that's my homie. And until y'all can show me how he's scamming everybody, I'm not walking away from my homie, and I'm not gonna distance myself from him until y'all give me a good reason. Until then, guess what? I fucks with Dr. Watkins. If you don't like him, you don't have to, right? That's on you. I ain't got to do what you want me to do. And then Dr. Umar Johnson, we're looking forward to that school, bruh. So as soon as you get that information, shoot it over to me so we can let everybody know that you kept your word, right? And I will be glad that you did. With that said, I'm going to get the fuck out of here because I'm over time. Shout out to all of y'all that tuned in this evening. Again, if you have not subscribed yet, why not? Become a part of this dope ass audience, right? We get it in over here. Today, Michi X has some shit to say. I know I was being a little petty, and most folks is like, you don't need to be doing this, but I felt like it. Fuck it. I mean, I can do what I want, right? So let me do what I do when I want to do it. But you guys come on back tomorrow. I'm here Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tomorrow we will be talking about some more serious shit. I found a couple of things in the news that I definitely want to get into, that we need to discuss. Some more things going on in these schools with these transgenders. Apparently boys can have periods now. This is what they're teaching our children. we're not going to get into all of that right now because we'll be on here another hour. But we're going to talk about some stuff we need to be talking about tomorrow. So y'all make sure y'all come on back. Subscribe, you guys. Like, share for me. Shout out to everybody for all of the donations. We really do appreciate it. I want to again say shout out to Mama Linda Keys. If she in the house, if she not, she going to eventually watch this video. Your son Brian Keys told me that you watch all the time and that you love it. So I want to shout you out, tell you that I love you too, and I thank you for watching. I want to thank all of y'all for tuning in. Shout out to my moderators for blocking these stupid motherfuckers tonight because I wasn't in the mood. Mostly y'all know I let them stay, but not today. Shout out to all the new people who did just subscribe, right, and became a part of this station. With that said, I am going to get the hell out of here, and I want y'all to just enjoy the rest of your evening, right? Stay strong, stay black, stay alive, and stay the fuck away from police so that you can meet me here tomorrow. Same time, same place. Until then, y'all be good, and I will see you guys tomorrow.